Hey guys, my name's Nick. Welcome to another episode of T-365, where I demystify Microsoft solutions for the MSP space. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to bulk enroll devices into Microsoft Intune or Endpoint Manager using Datto RMM. Technically, this solution could be used across other RMM tools, but I'm just going to show you uniquely how you configure settings within their portal today to get this solution to work. Some of the main benefits here is that it does allow you to take Azure AD joined or hybrid Azure AD joined devices and auto enroll them into Intune without any interaction from the end user, without having to go in as a local admin and go to the worker school settings to enroll that device. There's a simplified way of actually enrolling everything into the MDM solution. This is going to be extremely important as we continue to look at full cloud management for our devices here in the future. Before I get into today's video, if you do want to see more content around Microsoft 365 and the MSP space, be sure to subscribe. So I'm here within the Active Directory Admin Center for a particular tenant, and I just wanted to walk through some of the prerequisites here that you would want to configure for this to actually work. One of the things that I did mention is that this is pertaining to either Azure AD joined devices or hybrid Azure AD joined devices, which would encompass kind of two models, one of which is net new devices that we're getting through autopilot and joining into the service, and the other of which is potentially devices that are domain joined, still on-prem, and we have utilized Azure AD Connect to hybrid join them up into the cloud. This is allowing us then to configure these settings here for auto enrollment of the device into Intune. These settings you could do with GPOs. I've shown a previous video on that, but at the end of the day, what that GPO is doing is configuring a registry setting within that client environment, and we are going to mimic that via Datto RMM in this process. So again, this will not work on devices that are being labeled as personal or being labeled as Azure AD registered. It has to be a device that has the corporate credentials that it's using to sign into. Some of the other pieces here that I've mentioned in previous video, you also want to make sure that this is set to all for all users here in this particular setting. You want to make sure the users that are utilizing this service are licensed appropriately with Intune. That's also very important. You also want to make sure under the mobility section here for Microsoft Intune that you have the scope for MDM set to all and MAM scope set to none in this particular case. And then lastly, within the Endpoint Manager Admin Center, you're going to want to make sure under Enroll Devices, Enrollment Restrictions, that the default policy here has not been altered to block Windows devices from the MDM solution. So make sure that's set to Allow. That's not a heavy use case, again, that you would come across. I just want to configure everything there or be transparent about all the settings that could make this a bad time for you. So the final setting that is highly important to keep into consideration too is that this auto enrollment is looking for user credentials in order to authenticate and enroll that device into the MDM solution. If that user has multi-factor authentication set up, it will fail the enrollment process, and you'll see that in the event logs, which I'll be able to showcase a little bit later in this video. In order to prevent that, there's a couple of different things that you can do. One of which is let it fail, and the user eventually will get a prompt in the bottom right hand corner to add the multi-factor authentication to that device. And what that is basically saying is that it's going to just prompt them to put in an MFA token, and then we'll pass that, and you'll be able to see that later in this video. That will allow this to go through. That's not the best experience, though. We definitely don't want our users acting like, what is this coming through on the device itself? So the better way to manage this is through conditional access policies. And in here, what you're going to do is you're going to either create a new policy if you're not using this already, or you're going to add this exception to one of your existing policies that is enforcing MFA for a particular subset of users or all users. The basic premise with this, and I'm going to get into all of the settings here with the conditional access policy, is that you're either including this app in a particular isolated conditional access policy, and it's called Microsoft Intune Enrollment, to basically bypass or allow you to bypass the MFA requirement. Maybe you just make it so that it's only a hybrid Azure AD grant. More than likely, though, you would apply this as an exclusion. So instead of saying include, we want to include certain cloud apps from enforcing MFA, and that would be Microsoft Intune Enrollment. And this basically would allow us to then bypass that for the auto enrollment feature, and you won't get those errors, or the user won't get that prompt to enroll into the MDM solution. So that is what I recommend. This is one of the most highly important parts of this configuration. Otherwise, again, you're going to start to see a lot of errors. Let's pop over into the Datto portal now to see what we need to configure there. Okay, so I'm here within this environment, and the first thing that I'm going to do is go under the component section, and we're going to create a new one here, but I've already got it created as called Intune Enrollment, and you can call this whatever you like here, but essentially this is the script that we're going to run to create these registry keys that allows us to do this enrollment method and create this process so that it starts looking for those user credentials, which is the same thing that happens whenever you try to deploy this via MDM, or sorry, via GPO. This script was not made by myself. It was made by another MVP from Microsoft, which I'll link his information here below. I do not take any credit for this script. I'm just utilizing it in ways to help you guys out for the process of the RMM deployment. So in this particular case, all you're going to do is, paste the script in here. You're going to select PowerShell as far as the language goes, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to leave all these settings the same. And from here, you'll just say save component. Afterwards, you're going to go under the jobs section here, and you'll create a job. And essentially, you want to create this job on devices that are already in that either hybrid Azure AD join state or Azure AD join state. And in this case, what you're going to do is you're going to add this component that we just had with the script in there, and you're going to call this whatever you like, really, but i.e. v3 Intune Enrollment. This is my third time running through this in this particular sense. And then for your targets, I would do a POC on this, obviously. So you might just want to target one device here that you would want to add. And from there, you're going to have a schedule, which I would say the occurrence is just immediately. And so you could put these guys in a device group or something like that for a holistic deployment once you test it out and see that it's successful. But otherwise, you're going to run as a system account, and you're going to go ahead and create this job. Now, since I've already done this, I'm not going to actually run through that, but I'm going to go ahead and look at my previous jobs and look at ones that have completed. This one failed because I had a syntax error within the script, so just make sure you copy and paste that correctly. I'll put it down below here as far as a GitHub deployment, so you can easily have that. And within here, we can see that after a few minutes, this script ran, which then creates the registry key within my particular device itself. So this is showing success, and then when I see that, I can pop into the device and I'll show you guys a couple of things that you want to pay attention to just from the standpoint of troubleshooting, error handling, and things like that. Okay, so we're under the registry editor here, and I've already flown down into the path of which we created this key. It's under this MDM section here. You'll see this created, and the one thing that you will not see until that actually goes through is this use AED credential type. And that'll be populated when we have a successful auto enrollment into the MDM. So just keep that in mind whenever you're taking a look at this to make sure that the script ran okay and that the registry key was created. From there, a couple of the troubleshooting things you'll also want to keep in mind here is looking at the event viewer. So in the event viewer, you're going to go under Applications and Service Logs. You're going to go under Microsoft, Windows, and then scroll down till you get to Device Management Enterprise and click under Admin. Whenever this goes through successfully, you're going to see this event ID of 75, and it'll say that the auto enrollment succeeded. But up till that point in time, you may start getting these errors like this one here, the 76, and it's kind of ambiguous. It gives you the status code, but not a lot of detail to help you troubleshoot that. And you'll have these informational errors in here too about getting the AED token for this device is where too, and there's error codes associated with it. So there's a couple of different reasons why that would occur. The first of which is that this device isn't truly Azure AD joined or hybrid Azure AD joined. A good way to look that up is by going to command prompt and just simply typing in dsregcmd/status, and you'll be able to see that this is lit up as yes, or if it is no, then that is likely a reason why you're getting that error. So you want to make sure again that these prerequisites are in place for that to have it in a Azure AD joined status. The other of which is also the situation I mentioned earlier where the user does have MFA enabled and you have not set up a conditional access policy to bypass that or temporarily disabled MFA so that this can go through. So this is something that you can address. The user will get a prompt here eventually, and it will take them under the settings section here to this shared experiences section. And if they have that, it'll say that you need to fix your account. And when they click on that, they'll be prompted to put in, an MFA request, which is, a text, or it's going to ask for the number to be entered, or it's going to use a push notification to our authenticator app, whatever they've set up. Just to have that go through. Once they do, this will then convert back into the state of 75 here for this particular one, and it'll go all the way through. This isn't instantaneous. It might take 10 minutes before this actually happens after you've pushed out everything with Datto. So just keep that in mind from this perspective. So those are a couple of things that I noticed with this. Otherwise, it went really smooth and got that device enrolled into Intune so I can start pushing down compliance policies, configuration profiles, applications, all of that. So that's everything I wanted to showcase for you guys in this video. If you do have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Otherwise, like or subscribe if you guys want to see more content around Microsoft 365 and the MSP space. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.